Hello everybody, Imminent Storm here. Welcome back to Transport Fever. In the last episode, we finished our passenger connection to Valhalla. And then we began work on a new freight system over here on the northern end of the map, which we haven't visited in a little while. And ultimately decided that we were going to do a food line from this farm here to this food processing plant here, and then deliver that food to various cities. So that is the plan. I've got the workers all set up and ready to go for those two industries. We just now need to build in the rail lines that are actually going to transport all the materials. So that is what we're going to work on now. Says we have a road vehicle that needs to be replaced. What are you? Acme Coal to Toontown Freight. You currently have Conrail trucks on there. They're hitting 30 years. I don't think there's any... I guess we'll just keep the same trucks on there. And then I'll just set that up for auto replace at this point. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we need to build in. And what the current plan that I'm thinking of is here is that I'm going to build a freight station over here for trains. Then we're going to truck the food from the farm to the train station. And then we're going to run a train line. I'm not exactly sure where it's going to run just yet. Over to here, this area here. We're going to put another station next to this oil well, so that we can eventually utilize this oil well. And then continue on to run to a station over here by the food processing plant. And then potentially, eventually, running a line out to this refinery. So that we'll be able to do both food and fuel on this same freight line. And then we'll be able to deliver stuff to Osgiliath, we'll be able to deliver stuff to Lake Armstrong, Vice City, Floston, and Ulda on all of this network. And then eventually we could add in, our, goods, our construction materials, all that sort of stuff, because, we have a quarry over here. Yeah, this should work fairly well. And we are going to get to that. But there is actually one thing I want to do first, because I was looking at it and going, these trains here on this line, if I can find one. I was just looking at a couple of them. There they are. These old diesel multi-units are fairly old at this point. They're almost 50 years old. So they're about to age out. So we need to think about replacing those. But this line is not electrified. Again. So I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and electrify. And then I'm going to put some Shinkansen, some of the newer ones, on here. So I think this is going to be a good line for those trains. Hold on, let me just check one thing. These bridges. What's the speed? Okay, they are a good speed. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that I didn't need to replace the bridges. Now, I am also going to have to modify the passenger stations. And I will get to that in a moment. These are using the electronic signals rather than the old semaphores. Gotta remember how far this line actually goes. I think it stops at Insomnia, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because this definitely has long enough stretches that if we put a really fast train on here, it should be able to get up to speed. Alright, and then we come into Insomnia Station here. Excellent, and that station should already be electrified because there's already electric trains going in there. So then I just need to add electric to each of these stations. Alright, and Alda. There we are. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this route. And let's decide what train we want to put on here. Now, these are the somewhat shorter stations. Oh, yeah. Let's gotta think about it for a moment. There we go. These are the somewhat shorter stations, so I am going to have to be careful about the length of the trains. Train 20 has reached its lifetime and will needs to be replaced. And that's a whole bunch of new stuff. Alright, cool. That appears to be a metro liner. Oh, I remember what this one is. We're going to need to figure out what replacement we're going to put on there as well. I guess I'll just figure out what that is straight away. And we got a bunch of new stuff. Let's see. This was using the metro liner, right? So the metro liner does 120 miles an hour with 81 passengers. This is 124 miles an hour with 138 passengers. I like it. Do it. Latest and greatest, and it'll fit on the stations. Replace. Alright. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Alright, but for these... Let's see... 193 passengers... We used to do 199 miles an hour. Which I don't think I have any track that even gets that fast. Eight car set, 16 car set. Let's go with these. 224 yards. It's going to cost 207 million. Oh, these are the strange... No. 52.8 million. Yeah, do it. Unfortunately, I just missed that one. Do we have any of the other trains that are getting near a station? How many are actually on this line? There are 4. Train 14 just transitioned. There we go. Does it fit? Just barely. Has 83 of 175 passengers on board. And I'll have to track one of those at some point. And keep an eye on how fast it gets. It probably won't top out. Well, we're over 100 miles an hour. But it almost certainly won't get to 170 by the time it hits the Floston. Uh, 130 miles an hour. Alright, and that one's gonna switch over. There we go. Okay, now back to what we were gonna do today, which is gonna be freight. What stuff like that is necessary to kind of keep things working. Alright, freight station. I want to make sure that we are high speed. Let's see, 2 tracks. 2nd Street connection. Road vehicle 121 has reached its limit and needs to be replaced. Okay, well, that's easy enough. We'll just keep the same trucks on there. Because they're still some of the best trucks we have. Okay, so we were making these 400 meters long. And I wanted to put this over here somewhere. That apparently works. Unable to align terrain. I do kind of want to put it a bit further up the hill, I think. Alright, but it's going to need some terrain work here. Alright, need some more around here. Still complaining I can't align the terrain. Alright then. More terrain work. No, this stuff is actually too high. Let's see, can I smooth it down a little bit? Oh, come on. There we are. All right. Hopefully we don't need more than 2 tracks there. Now what we are going to need is a road. Alright, we'll do that like that. Let's see. I'd like to connect about there. That's some serious bridge work. But I'll take it. And then we're going to need a truck stop. I think we'll probably only need 1 terminal. Yeah, we'll only need 1 terminal. And we're going to do it here, I think. Alright, I do want to have a top side. Unable to align terrain. Or perhaps here? Actually, what I want to do is I want to make this one way. Yeah, there we are. Too much slope. Oh, really? Let's see if I can smooth that slope down a little bit then. Road vehicle 126 has reached its lifetime. We have a new Shinkansen. Okay. It said road vehicle 120, right? Okay. That is going to be you. No. As it hadn't been replaced yet. Or was it 121? No. I mean, these guys are about to time out. So we'll take care of that right now. Okay, so these all should be in range of each other, which it does appear that they are. So we need to create a road freight. This was Animal Farm, right? Animal Farm to train, right? Okay, there we are. From there to there. And then let's put some trucks on there. Let's see what trucks we want to put. These do 75 per. So livestock. Do we want to move exclusively? Livestock? I don't think so. See, now these have multiple compartments, but they don't carry what we need. Now, I don't typically like to do this. Oh, there's the autosave. See, none of those actually carry. See, these carry everything. "62 miles an hour, 680 horsepower," as opposed to these. I guess I'll go with these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Road freight, animal farmer train. Just do that. Why am I paused? Okay, so that is set up. And the next trick is going to be reworking things over here. What I'm actually going to do is probably tear out, well, most if not all of this road. And possibly even this oil well. I might not need to. No, that looks like we're able to fit the freight station in there. Now, let's actually get this thing set up. It's not going to let me align the terrain. Let's see. If I were to smooth this cliff face down. Let's see. What would it let me do? Would it let me do that? No. Still is going to give me train alignment issues. Alright then, I'm going to have to tear it out and rebuild it. No problem. Alright, oil well. There we are, oil well. I don't think I want that. Appearance level 5? Bus stop, truck stop. No, we're not going to do a rail station here. Yes, yes, I know. Alright, we're going to have to... Again... Kind of back this up a little bit. Unable to align terrain. Alright, back it up even more. Then we're going to have to smooth it, probably. Ooh, swinging the camera around there a bunch. Alright, what if I made this somewhat smaller? Let me drop it in there. But I think it's going to be in the way of the train if I put it there. It won't be in the way of the train there. Okay. That was a bit of a pain in the butt. Ewing oil. All right. There we are. My plan is to get all the stations in first and then connect the trains up. Okay, so there is the station over here. Is it actually in range? It actually isn't. I would really like that to be in range. Can I get that to be in range? Hold on. It would help if I flip this around properly. Indeed, I can get that in range. Just let that one expire. Surprised it didn't pick that up. I can replace this road. Fine. That's the way it's going to be. Alright, smooth all that out. And then we will move on to the next station. But it does look like we're at the end of the episode. That went by pretty quick. Alright. But now we just have to find a spot over here to put in a freight station. And guess what we're going to have to deal with? Terrain alignment issues. I'm going to have to raise this up. Going to have to lower that down. Alright, so I think that's the project for next episode, is to get a station in there. I mean, and ultimately we're probably going to want a station over here as well. And then we're going to run connections to everybody. And then this should hopefully make us a ton of money once everything's all hooked up. Alright, but for now, we will end the episode here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.